Hi, just wrapped up a repair and restoration of a Garrard Zero 92 turntable, and I struggled trying to align the cartridge and set up the azimuth because the head shell was very loose and would wobble laterally from side to side. So I ended up taking the tone arm apart, and I'm guessing this to be a common problem. So if you stay tuned, I'll show you what the issue was that I found, how I repaired it, and then quickly put this back together again. So as it turns out, this was our problem piece. Here, what I discovered was, and these are both threaded holes, what I discovered was that there was a crack across here, and that this piece right here had actually broken right off, and it was stuck in the shaft of the tone arm. So what I did was I used my soldering iron to melt the plastic around the edges here and melt the plastic on both sides of this to reattach it. And then I heated up a piece of wire and embedded it and then melted it into the plastic and then went over it with the soldering gun again to try and reinforce that. So I'm going to put this thing back together, but I just wanted to show you what the repair was, and we'll see how well that works. I didn't capture any of the video when I took it apart, but hopefully if you can see how this thing goes back together again, you can disassemble it if you need to. And I also used this process to rewire the tone arm. So the first thing we need to do is to put this little bracket back into the tone arm. Next we'll put the head shell back in. And this will be difficult to see, but this little tiny nut goes on a threaded shaft here, and it's usually pretty hard to get on, but I'm going to put that on and then come back in a second. So now we'll just snug that nut up with a little nut driver that I have from my iFixit tools, and fits right on that nut, and you can tighten it up. You don't want to over tighten it, so you just want to make sure that you're getting the flexibility, there's still the flexibility in the head. Okay, this is kind of the tricky part here. You need to kind of work these two things simultaneously. But here we're going to slide the outer clear plastic piece up near its final resting position, and then try to position the tone arm back into the two pivot slots. And you can, once they're installed, put the final screw in on the other pivot side. You can tighten that up. So I moved around to the other side, and we'll put the final screw into position that holds the outer plastic down. Okay, so we're all back together again. Head shell assembly is nice and tight now. Back out of here. And I've got the cartridge aligned, and we're back in business. Things are operational. So hopefully, if you have a problem like this video will help you determine what the cause is and maybe make that repair. So hope this helps. Have a good day.